Good morning, everybody. So this is my unboxing that I'm going to do for Mountain Rose Herbs. I'm going to be doing a tea video later, and that is a very special tea that I make every week and drink throughout the week, like twice a day. I take it to work with me, and I want to talk about what I put in it, why I put what I put in it, and why I feel like it is something that could benefit a lot of people. So back, I guess it was about 2 years ago right now, at work, you could say that I blew my cortisol levels off the charts. And so when I went to the doctor, I think it was like January or something, she said, your cortisol levels are extremely high, which is not a surprise. It was very, very, very stressful at work that year. We were right smack dab in the middle of it. We were very, very busy at work, and my body took a major toll from it. So when I went to see her, I think it was like, I don't know, December, January or whatever, of like 2021, she said that the cortisol levels were really high, and I think my blood sugar was off, which doesn't surprise me because I like to eat candy a lot. And she gave me some supplements. They were all natural supplements, and it cost me $90 for a month to do that. And after doing that for 1 month, I was like, I can make my own stuff on this. I don't want to spend $90 a month on capsules. And so I started digging into kind of like what was in the capsules and started investigating. That's what took me to the next level. And almost everything that was in that, well, both of them, a lot of the things were adaptogens. And adaptogens, like if your blood pressure's high, it helps bring it low. Or your blood sugar's high, it helps bring it down. Same thing with cholesterol. There are herbs that help with stress, bring your stress level down. There are 1,000,001 plants, herbs, flowers, roots, all kinds of things that help balance the body. So on that quest, I started kind of like looking up each individual thing that was on that, like the initial one. They had like 5 or 6 different things in it. I don't even remember what was in it specifically, but I'm pretty sure ashwagandha was in it. And so that's kind of what started me off on this trail. Okay, that is not an orb flying around. That is a dust bunny. So ashwagandha is really, really good. And so I'm going to open this up. I've kind of forgotten what I ordered. I'm replenishing a lot of the stuff that I put in my tea. But yeah, that'll be the next video, is like literally how I make the tea and some more details about why I think everybody should make something like that. So, okay, so this is what's in my box. That's what was banging around. Product guides. When I was shaking it around, it sounded like there was like something clunky in there. This is one of the main staples, and it's going to be backwards on this, but this is Vana, V-A-N-A version. There's like 3 different holy basil leaves, or also known as Tulsi. I also make Tulsi, or not make, but I've grown Tulsi this year. It's on my balcony. It grows very nice. So I decided I wanted to see if I could grow it, and it smells like juicy fruit gum. To me, it is like a wonderful, wonderful plant, and it's very esteemed in India, and it's very esteemed in my household as well. Now that I know all the things, and I'm not going to give like every single detail, because I want you guys to go look up the benefits of the stuff that's in my tea, because I want you to understand why you're taking it. So the holy basil is one of the main ones. North American nettle leaf, that is another one. I also grew that this year, but those things have spiky, like thorny type things on it, and I was always like touching it, moving it around or whatever. So I don't know if I will grow that again on my balcony, because I don't have very much space on there, and I didn't end up doing anything with it. I know I can grow it, but I wouldn't be able to grow enough to like make a bag like this. So I think it's, for me, it's just easier to buy it like this. And man, this has got to be nice and fresh because it's nice and green. I will say, when I started putting this in here, this is also another one that's, you know, lots of nutrition in these plants, and you can like put that in stew and different things. My fingernails, now right now they're not looking all that great because I had to cut them down. My fingernails got so long at a point, I was like, I'm just going to see how long I can make them grow. I started using nettle leaf because when I had COVID a year and a half ago, I did feel like my hair thinned out a little bit, and I was like, I'm going to try to use that and see if I can't help my hair. I'm sure it helped my hair because it feels super thick, but I've always had fairly thick hair. But I noticed the biggest difference on my fingernails, which was odd, but that makes sense that it would help your hair and your fingernails. So if you have thin hair, or if you had COVID and you're trying to get your hair to grow back, I would highly suggest making some sort of elixir with nettle leaf, or getting that in your system somehow. Oh, I forgot about this one. See, I ordered some stuff that I've never had before. Moringa leaf. I have that in here too. I've heard lots of good things about that. I don't have all the details about it. This is what I want to say. Mountain Rose Herbs is probably one of my favorite places to get herbs. They're all organic. My biggest beef with them is that it takes forever to get the order. I ordered this stuff 3 weeks ago. I think I finally got it in the mail on Thursday or Friday. So it took like 2.5 weeks for it to get to me. It takes a week, at least a week, for it to even get boxed up and shipped out. That's my biggest problem with them. But if you go to Mountain Rose Herbs and type in adaptogens, it would bring up all the different adaptogens. But I also really like the fact that they have an expanded thing underneath, like the order place, of all of the things that the herb does. So it's like a little short version. So if you're watching TV or whatever, and you heard blah, 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 was really good for this, that, or the other, and you wanted to do some investigation, that's kind of how I started getting into this. Is like, I started with a handful of things, adaptogenic herbs, and then I just added different things along the way that were specific to my needs. I don't have lemon balm in here, but I've ordered lemon balm before. Okay, so I have fennel leaf powder. This does not go in, or fennel seed powder. This does not go in my tea. I use this for the tooth powder that I make with bentonite clay and baking soda and salt. And this is for flavorings, because the one that I have is kind of pepperminty, and I'm going to try it. I don't know if I'll like it or not, but I came across that when I was placing my order, so I thought I would do that. Here is another one, Astragalus Root, another adaptogen. Levels out everything. It's anti this, anti that, I imagine all of them are anti-inflammatory. And I mean, they're just, in many, many, many ways, all really good for the body. So that's what the Astragalus root is. I believe I read that it's like some sort of asparagus root. Don't quote me on that. At one time I knew a lot of what all this stuff was for, but I've kind of forgotten. I just do it every week and then go about my business. This is new to me. I've heard about this in place of coffee. Sorry, I got something in my eye here. Chicory Root. I thought I'd try that. I don't know. I mean, maybe someday I will cut down my coffee consumption again, but I really, really enjoy having a morning liquid to drink to help myself wake up. So anyway, I'm going to try Chicory Root and see how that goes. Here is the Ashwagandha Root. Some of these are leaves, some of these are roots. I don't think I have any flowers in this mix, but you know, it's all flowers and leaves and roots and different parts of the plant. And ashwagandha, that's another like main staple. You could literally do ashwagandha and holy basil and just do those two in a tea and be perfectly fine. They don't really have any counter indications from what I can see. And I am like my biggest guinea pig. So when I started this, I would get a couple of things and I would check it and drink it for a week and see, did I have any reactions? Nope, I think I'm good. And then I would add something else to it. So I've just kind of continually added and tried different things. It makes it taste different when I add or subtract different stuff on the teas that I make. So it's just kind of, for me, one big experiment. But this is also one of the things that I want to throw out. I had a quantum healing session done on Sunday morning. And in past quantum healing sessions that I have had done or that I have done, I take them to a crystal cave in Mount Shasta that has some healing waters. And in that quantum healing session from Sunday, one of the things that came out was that this tea that I make, that I will have a separate video for, is as close to the healing waters that I do in that in those quantum healing sessions. It is as close to the healing waters as possible. So I thought that was fascinating that apparently this stuff that I am making is very healing, but I'm not surprised. That's the whole purpose of me making it, was because I wanted it to be healing. I wanted it to chill my cortisol levels out and boost my immunity and do everything that I needed it to do to just make me feel better or be healthier or whatever. So let's see, what else? Tavari root. Honestly, I don't remember why I have this one. This one goes in my tea. Probably another adaptogen, or there's something specific for my body that I wanted. Usually it has something to do with stress levels and calming me down and bringing anxiety down, because sometimes when the phones get really, really crazy and it gets like super, I get some bitchy people on the phone sometimes, and I need something to kind of bring my anxiety level down so I don't just like go off on them. So it's usually, for me personally, adaptogenic herbs to help balance anything that's off balance, and then anti-stress and like balancing my sugar levels or whatever. So one more thing, this is new for me as well, Elecampane root. Don't remember why I got this one, but it would be in the description underneath the herb itself on the Mountain Rose Herbs. So I think it's like I watch a lot of different videos about herbal teas and infusions and things to do to whatever. So if I ever hear one that just keeps coming up over and over and over again, eventually I'll go look it up and I'll be like, yep, it does this, 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 and this. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to throw in the tea. So, so all of these are specifically for balancing out, except for the fennel seed and the chicory root. They're all for balancing out the body, bringing it into balance, because that's when sickness gets started or starts, when you're out of balance somehow. So I look forward to adding some of these new things in. Hopefully the flavors aren't wacky and make my tea taste funky. But anyway, that's what the Mountain Rose Herb unboxing looks like. One of the other things that I will add and I will throw in, I will link this in the description or in the comments or something somewhere. When I first started doing this and really getting into adaptogens and trying to understand what adaptogens were, there's a lot of mushrooms out there that are adaptogens. I have had chaga mushroom. It's very, very, very expensive. So I had to, I tried it a couple times, but this stuff is a little less expensive in the amounts that I can get my hands on. So I decided if I'm going to spend my money on it, there's plenty of adaptogens out there. I don't have to, spend $25 on a little container like that. Dr. Axe had a really, really good video on adaptogens, and that was one of the first ones that I looked up when I first started this journey. And a lot of the stuff that is in here is probably on that list. I'm pretty sure the Tulsi, holy basil is on there. Ashwagandha, pretty sure that was on there. I might have to go back and rewatch that and see if I need to add anything to this. But anyway, that's the unboxing of the Mountain Rose herbs. I will also throw in that I have gotten stuff from Star West Botanicals. I can get that off of Amazon, as well as Frontier Organic. Make sure you get organic herbs or whatever. They do cost more, but if you're trying to add healthy things into your body, don't be adding pesticides and crap, if you can keep from it. So anyway, I think that's the end of this video. Again, there will be a separate video of me actually making the tea and talking more in depth about the intention of it. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.